Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's video. So, news breaking, we just got this revealed to us actually, I believe, yesterday or earlier this week. I'm not sure when I'll be uploading this video, but just know that this came out pretty recently. A new character in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime, and guys, this might actually be my favorite designed character so far in 7's. Then again, he's fully cloaked. We cannot see his face, but the cloak, the mask, in my opinion, looks really, really amazing. The Darth Vader equivalent of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, if you will. And what's even more incredible is there is a character named Luke in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. So let the Luke, I am your father jokes commence. But I'm going to get into all of that. And what's really awesome, not only this character who also happens to be the president of Goha Corporation, but what's really cool is the person who is actually going to be voicing this character, because the person that will be voicing this character is a very famous and well-known Japanese YouTuber. That's right, a YouTuber is going to be voice acting for this character, and that YouTuber, that man, is Hajime Shacho. Probably butchered his name. I do apologize for that. Maybe some of you have heard of him, but he is the #1 Japanese YouTuber. He has the largest amount of YouTube channel subscribers over in Japan, and he posted this video pretty recently of him recording some lines, I imagine, for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, and take a listen. He's got a pretty good evil maniacal laugh. So yeah, they just brought him in to laugh a little bit, record a little bit, and I believe based on the video, he probably is going to be playing a villain, especially how the character looks. I imagine he's going to be a villain, at least early on in the show. And let's just get right to the article. Popular YouTuber personality Hajime Shacho will be joining the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime as the voice of the president of Goha Corporation, who runs the city the story is set in. Hajime states, as a fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Holds a special place for me. I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the very first show, and I'm glad to be able to appear in 7's, which marks the 20th anniversary milestone of the franchise. So, I believe, personally, that this is a fantastic move by Konami and by Studio Bridge to get a massively popular influencer into the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's brand. There are probably a lot of people who watch Hajime's content who maybe do not watch Yu-Gi-Oh!, who are maybe not into Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not sure really where his target audience is. I'm not sure if his content is more for older audience members or maybe younger and teen audience members. I don't really know where his target audience is because I'm not really too familiar with his content, but to get a big influencer, especially with how important social media is nowadays to companies and corporations, to inject some fresh blood into the voice acting, because, you know, you have your solid voice actors or your established voice actors, I should say, with Flame's voice actor returning, Demon Slayer's main protagonist. That voice actor will also be in this show. You have already established voice actors, someone who has worked on Sword Art Online as well, that will be voicing Roman. So why not bring a new kind of swagger into this show? And I really like the move. I really like the decision. And here is the look of the character he will be voicing. It's definitely going to be an evil-ish character. This is the president of Goha Corporation. This is someone that Yuga, as he's trying to hack into his duel discs to make rush duels a thing, is probably going to have to come face-to-face, or I should say face-to-mask with at some point. As for the outfit, I absolutely love the outfit. The cloak is a little simple, right? It's just a simple black cloak with a red triangle around the hood. Nothing too, incredible there, but what I love is the mask. The mask is like a mix of a samurai helmet, the samurai ears that are kind of coming off of the helmet, not ears, but you know what I'm talking about, and the face of the mask reminds me of like a gas mask, which the gas masks are, I think, one of the more terrifying types of masks there are, and the lifeless red eyes also are a great addition. When you think of something supernatural or just evil, I watched I mean, this is very random, but I watched like a Mothman documentary way back in the day when, you know, Mothman terrorized West Virginia, or according to urban legend. Although the story of Mothman and then the bridge collapsing, very, very creepy. And everyone would describe their encounters with Mothman as this huge creature that had these horrific glowing red eyes. And that's kind of what this mask reminds me of. So I think this mask is off-putting. I think it's unnerving, which I think is great. The Goha Corporation logo is at the very top of the mask, and it's also the breathing apparatus, the way that this character is able to breathe through the mask, through the Goha Corporation. He literally lives and breathes Goha, which I think is awesome. I think it's great for the president to have. Now, what kind of character is this going to be? Let the theories commence that this is Yugioh's father, Luke's father, Roman's father, although that would be interesting. Maybe that's why Roman doesn't enjoy dueling, because her father, at a very young age, forced her into dueling and forced her to keep dueling, putting pressure on her. I can't imagine a character like this, a CEO. We know how CEOs work in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think of Queen. I think of Gozabura Kaiba. Even to a degree, I think of Seto Kaiba. I think of Season 1 Maximilian Pegasus. CEOs in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are always ruthless. They're evil. They get kind of moved away from family values. And so if this is a character like Roman's father, it would make perfect sense as to why Roman resents dueling, especially because her father is the president of the company responsible for dueling. So that could be a potential storyline. That could be a potential early theory. The other aspect of this is, why is this man covering his appearance? No one, I doubt anyone at Goha knows what he looks like. Obviously, us as the viewer and the citizens of Goha are not able to see what he looks like, and there's really two reasons as to why you would do this. The first reason being, and it's kind of the Darth Vader route, that this outfit is a breathing apparatus. This outfit is a life support outfit. It kind of gives you the ability to keep living, very similar to how Darth Vader needed his entire suit to continue to live. Or the other aspect, which I feel like is more common, and I feel like probably the route they're going to go, is this man, the president of Goha, does not want people to know what he looks like. Could be for a few reasons. It could be because he is a bit of a dictator. It could be because he is a bit of an asshole in how he rules Goha, and he rules with a clenched fist, and because of that, he doesn't want people to kind of retaliate against him. And if you don't have a person to retaliate against, if you just have a figurehead, which in this case, this is just someone in a mask and a cloak, you're not able to go after that person in real life. And he might want to disassociate from being the president of Goha and being just a regular human being at the same time. So it could be kind of for protection. It also could be the aspect of he wants someone to maybe take over when he's done. If you want to say, all right, Darth Vader looking character, maybe it'll be along the lines of Luke's father. How funny would that be? And I believe the 6 Ignis were references to the 6 Infinity Stones in the Avengers movies. I haven't really ironed that theory out, but I really do feel like, especially with what happened with them and then Bowman being kind of Thanos, I feel like there were definitely references to Avengers as Reigns was going on. So it would not shock me if Yu-Gi-Oh! Does maybe make a reference to Star Wars by having this masked character end up being the father of Luke. I think that would actually be hilarious. And maybe you have an outfit like this because he wants his son to take over the role at some point, and his son can just throw on this mask, throw on this cloak, and all of a sudden, he is the CEO of Goha, just like his father was. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of different aspects and angles and theories as to why the president and the CEO of Goha is in a cloak, is in a mask, clearly does not want his personality to be discovered and to be found out by the people of Goha. I think it's probably because he's a bit of a malicious ruler, a bit of a dictator, and he just doesn't want people to know who he is in real life. And it's maybe a fear-mongering tactic as well, to have this CEO be a very intimidating looking character. It makes you maybe not want to retaliate. If you're watching TV, and again, we don't know how the aspect of Goha is going to work, but imagine this. You're watching TV, and state-run media comes on, and a message comes on, and this mask this man in a mask in a very dark and robotic voice begins talking to you, that's terrifying, knowing that that is the leader of your city. That is terrifying, and so it could be a fear-mongering tactic as well. There's a lot of different angles they can take from it, but we know the voice actor. We don't even know the name of this character. We just know that it's the president/CEO of Goha Corporation, and so to learn more about him and learn more about his motives will be interesting, but I don't think it takes a genius to go out on a limb and say this is going to be the main villain, at least in the early stages of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. That's my prediction, and of course I'd love to hear from you all down below as well. I'm sure this is going to be a man who hates rush dueling, who hates the idea of change, and will probably really go after Yuga for trying to incorporate this new style of dueling. But guys, let me know what you think of this character and the idea, or really the fact, that the most popular YouTuber in Japan will be voicing this man. Really excited to hear from all of you as always. And a special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Vincent Van Der Veen, Panther J, Smith620, Jorge Leon, Blue Maiden 28, Jarrett Buller, and Gabe G. And to my Diamond tier patrons Jesse Wood, Latrell Smith, Sean, and Melinda Phantom. And to my Egyptian God tier patron, Syn Cloud. Thank you to everyone who is a patron of mine. Thank you to everyone who is a channel member. And thank you to everyone who just watches these videos. This channel over the last week has been surging, so thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much it means to me and how much it helps me out and just kind of motivates me to make more. So thank you all for being amazing. I will talk to you down below, and I hope you have an amazing day.
She